So I'm gonna give you 5 reasons that you're probably failing at the bow drill. First thing that I was very ignorant of was materials. I got a video I'll show you right here, and you see I'm bowing with something that was less than an 1/8-inch cord. I'm using a piece of red cedar wood, which you can get, but it's not the best thing to start with. So materials, and then some type of probably beech spindle that I'm using there. So, you know, do away with that. So, you know, if you're gonna start out with bow drill, you know, make sure you get something that is a soft wood. Be careful with some of the conifers, some of the pines. They can be too sappy. You know, thus it can be like a lubricant and you not get your heat that you need to produce your ember. You know, so you got your cordage. You know, I suggest just grabbing some paracord. That's what I finally settled on. It's readily available, and you know, you can always keep it in your pack. But anyway, that's a good thing to have for the bowstring. Then for the hearth board, again, make sure that you've got some good quality planks. Once you get better at bow drill, you know, you can take a branch like this and flatten out a side and use that for your fireboard. But if you're just getting started out, you know, if all you got's a branch, use it. But you know, if you can get you a little plank and lay that out and start your fireboard with that plank, it'd be better. So materials, again, go a long way. You'll also notice in this video, I'm going to show you some parts right here where I'm losing the spindle. You know, that is why everything skips out like that, because as you're bowing, you've got that momentum, you've got that energy, and all of a sudden your spindle will start to stick here, and as you drive here, it's holding it, and so you push it right off of the fireboard. And that can happen over and over again and again. So, you know, I got a piece of sandstone that you guys have seen me drill into and make me a nice divot there. So this right now is my bearing block that I'm using. What's the other thing I think that hinders? So if number one's materials, what's the second thing? I think the second thing is the endurance that you need. So what's the third thing? That's going to be your technique. Watch this video again and look here how my hand is free floating on the spindle. It's not anchored anywhere, it's just free floating. And you know, you've got enough dexterity probably in your arm to hold that for just a little while, but after a while the arm starts to fatigue and it just explodes on you. So your technique. Now there's 2 things I think about technique. You know, you can see me here in this video doing it again with as I watch good technique, but you know, that was I don't know if I was just kind of like I fell upon that, or if I, you know, watched some videos and saw it. But really what helped me was I watched NW Primate on YouTube and Instagram, and he was out in the woods and he puts his foot up on a log and he did a bow drill. If you've got a log, you know, something higher is actually better. I'll take you down here and I'll show you about the height on our porch, how I would set it up, about the height I'm looking for that technique. All right, so like I was saying, something about the right height to really make it very just comfortable on you. Something like this, where I'm putting my foot up here, and that endurance, because you know, a lot of people, they're gonna set their kid up and they're gonna start bowing and they're gonna do this motion right here over and over and over and over and over and over again, and it's going to wear them out. And you're probably right about the time they start getting that good smoke is when they're most tired, and everything just explodes on them. So again, that endurance. So just like with anything, if you're going to commit to being proficient with your bow drill, you know, practice it. Don't go all out all the time. But you know, every other day or so, get your kid out and just get in position and work and build up some endurance, because there will be times you have to really put forth the effort to get that ember. And that's called success with a bow drill. Doesn't come easy sometimes, just remember that. But it does come if you don't quit. Just look at that burn. So what are we up to now? We've covered we've covered materials, we've covered endurance, and we've covered technique. So what's the fourth thing when doing a bow drill that you really need to consider? The thing that's causing you to fail. You have to have persistence. I mean, you have to not quit. You can't. If you quit, you will not succeed. And that's what it amounts to with any type of friction fire scenario. Because you quit just short of success. And so you'll never get there if you always quit, if you throw in the towel early. So, don't do that. Hang on to that passion, hang on to that drive, and commit to the friction fire, to the bow drill. If that's the one you're going after. So again, if you watch some of these other videos, I try sometimes for hours to get my ember. I'm wired that way, but that's one of the reasons I've found success, is because I cannot quit. I have to keep going until I succeed. And you might just have to muster that up in yourself if that's what it takes. And if you really want to, you will. You'll keep pushing until you get there. So what's the fifth thing that's hindering you from successfully having a bow drill ember or bow drill fire? That fifth thing is getting plugged into a community. And for me personally, I found some guys that were into the primitive skills. I started asking them questions, and they started giving me advice. And I've already mentioned NW Primate on YouTube and NW Primate on Instagram. I watched him go out in the wet forest and make a bow drill fire. And I remember watching that video, and I came outside and said, if he can do it in the wet wilderness, I can do it on this dry day. And that was the first time I got my ember. But again, he was a big help to me, a big inspiration to me. And even now, a part of the community, that guys are chiming in on the videos and helping me out. Robert, I appreciate you. Maybe not with bow drills, but man, an inspiration in the bushcraft. Ideas there, what I see you do is really good stuff. John, hand drill, man, you've got me right now. As I've said, I've got some horseweed drying out in the truck right now for that hand drill. But again, going back to what I say, what have I been practicing? I found some stalks out here that were stiff enough to start practicing, so that when I get the good material, I can set that stuff up and find some success in hand drill. So hopefully that'll be on the videos next. But again, when we are a part of a community, we can encourage each other not to quit, and we can give each other the tips and the advice that'll lead us to success. So I appreciate you guys watching this week. I hope you've enjoyed the video there. And that be said, this is again level 3 readiness. And I'm reminding you, finish what you start. That's what I'm talking about. Don't quit. Finish what you start. Finish strong. Get that ember. Get that fire. All right? And be ready for anything, because it's coming. Level 3, out.
What are you doing, Michael?
Making fire.
Huh?
Making fire.
Making fire.
Yep.